Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's the Gaming Shadow 75 and I'm very tired, but I really want to make this story for you guys. So it's basically, the title is called Long Trip. Let's just get right into the story. So me and my grandmother were going to a beach, and it's a very far beach, say where I live, and a very far beach, and it's like we had to take like thing around like 4 trains there, and it was horrible. So here's the story. I wake up in the morning. I had to wake up very early to catch this train, and I hated it. So uh let's see, we catch this train. It's basically like a 4-hour ride, but we had to stop in between. So we had to stop at this place called Long Branch. uh So we had to stop there. And then we ate lunch. Then we catched another train, and then we had to go. Then we had to wait 7 more stops. Like what? As I said, it was a very long. It was a very far away beach, and it was ridiculous far. Like you, like almost on the all the way on the other side of my country. So I live in New Jersey, but it was very far and it was ridiculous. And then it takes like what? By the time I got, well, let's save that for later. So we got there, yada yada yada, and then you got these ridiculous rides. You got roller coasters and everything. It's a beach that has a hotel. Like it's not really what I expected in my mind and in my head, but it was something. It was worth staying. I mean, we only stood there like for a couple of hours. We only stood till 8, I believe, and then we had to go because, and then after that, um, it got pretty bad when the day started to end. My mother was coming home from work. I was with my grandmother, so this day starting to end, right? Now, this is what things get a little, may I say, a lot annoying. Um, Basically, we had to take a train. Now, we had to stop between that Long Branch again. It was around like 9 o'clock at night, around that time of area maybe. And we took that train. My God, that was the longest trip I ever took. Like, it's going back, I know. But guys, it was the most longest trip I ever took in my life. Like, I say I would have, I'm not being over, not, tongue twisters. I'm not being over exaggerating. When I say I had to take like around 3 to 4 trains home, I'm serious. I took around 3 to 4 trains home, and it was freaking ridiculous. And I got home around 12 o'clock, which I think it was still school. So it kind of, it kind of sucked. The meaning, like, I was so tired. I was of them. Cause we went on a Saturday, so it pretty much just, you're not even supposed to go nowhere on Saturdays. Saturdays are like stay home and relax. But I went to the beach because my mother has to work, and I really wanted her to come, but she couldn't come. So yeah, yada yada yada. When we get there, so we come back home, and I'm not being. Then we had to wait for a bus, and I think that was like 2 hours and half an hour. Like, I'm being serious with you guys. And it was the most longest trip ever. Like, what? And then we waited, me and my grandmother waited for a bus, and it was just freaking ridiculous. We had to walk all the way home. Like, let's call this little place Journal, this is actually the place's name. Journal Square. So we had to walk from there all the way home. It was really ridiculous. Like, my God. And I live in Hoboken, so it's quite some walk to get back home from Journal Square to, Hoboken. There was no buses. The only buses that we saw was either out of order or no passengers on. Like, you know how the bus has no passengers, like it's shut down, out of order and stuff. Literally, that's were the only buses that were driving around, out of order, and you could see the lights were off and everything, like no passengers on the bus. So we had to walk all the way home. Now I finally got home, and I think it was around like 12, and it's pretty bad because it was actually a school night, I believe. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically the story. I know it's kind of short. Pretty sucks that it is kind of short, but it was a very long trip. And if you're going to a beach that has a and if we would have took the train to Sea Caucus, let me tell you something. I forgot to left it. This I left this out. So if we would have if we would have took the train to Sea Caucus, which is actually the train station. It's actually two train stations. Newark, which is one train station, which is actually the path, which, if some of you live in New Jersey or something, or New York, you know what the path is. But literally, we had to take, like, you would have to wait until 11 o'clock at night to take that Sea Caucus train home, and that's like a couple minutes home. That's like a couple minutes. Then you're taking another train home, and then you walk like two more blocks up, and it was really ridiculous. Like, it was the longest trip I ever had, and I was totally exhausted, and I couldn't wait to go to bed, put my feet up, maybe watch some TV, well, I get knocked out pretty quick. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that little story I put up for you. This is a true story, just like the other stories. It's pretty annoying how you could go to the beach and then you have to take very long trips. If any of you have been to Point Pleasant, uh, or if you live around there, you know, you're lucky if you live around there, because I had to take a long walk. Like, seriously, it was very annoying, and I didn't even I don't even have a phone, so I can't entertain myself. But hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. Likes and nice comments help me out and motivate me to make more videos like these. So put whatever you want in the comments, and yeah, subscribe if you're new. More videos will be out tomorrow, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video of mine, which is probably gonna be another life story. Or I forgot to upload Fallout 4 Funny Times Part 7, but I some of you guys might get a little annoyed with that, so I think I might just stop it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video of mine. Goodbye, and yeah, make sure you don't take long trips. Please make sure you don't take long